Hi everyone, welcome to my new YouTube channel, Maple Leaf Money. My name is David, and in this video we will be reviewing my TFSA dividend portfolio with Wealthsimple Trade. If you're interested in dividend investing, I recently uploaded my first episode of my dividend growth investing journey, which you can watch afterwards. I will also post weekly updates on that series so that you can follow along with my progress. If you enjoyed this content and want to see more videos like it, please consider subscribing, as it would help out my new channel a lot. For those who don't know, Wealthsimple Trade is a totally commission-free brokerage when it comes to trading Canadian stocks, which I only hold Canadian companies inside this portfolio. If you're interested in opening an account with them, they currently have a promotion where if you use my referral code in the description, you will receive 2 free stocks and I will receive 1 free stock. If you already have an account with them, which I imagine most of you do, it's been a great platform to use since I've started with them about 2 years ago. I'll now be going through my total portfolio where I will show you each individual holding, my gain or loss, and how I feel about the company. I do currently have 30 positions inside this portfolio, which is a lot. The reason being is that I'm continuing to add to my smaller positions rather than investing into new companies. First up is Algonquin Power and Utilities Corp, ticker AQN. This is a power and utility company which operates in Canada and the United States. I currently have 32 shares, which is valued at $624.64. I'm currently up 3.22% or $19.51. It's important to note that in this section of Wealthsimple Trade, dividends is not included in all-time performance, whereas it's just a capital appreciation. You'll also notice that AQN currently has a great starting yield of just over 4%. Next up is Brookfield Asset Management Inc., ticker BAM.A. This is one of Canada's largest asset management companies. I currently hold 2 shares, valued at $142.64. I'm currently up 12.39% or $15.72. You will notice I do have a low starting yield of just 0.66%. So for this company, I'm looking for more capital appreciation as well as long-term dividend growth. I then have Brookfield Renewable Partners LP, ticker BEP.UN. Brookfield Renewable Partners, again majority owned by Brookfield Asset Management, the previous company we just looked at. However, this company specifically focuses on the renewable utility sector. I currently have 2 shares, valued at $104.42, and I'm currently up 7.94% or $7.68. You will notice here as well, they do have a nice starting yield of 2.9%. I then have Choice Properties Real Estate Investment Trust, ticker CHP.UN. This is one of several REITs that I currently hold in my portfolio. I currently have 8 shares, valued at $120.88, which makes me up 8.91% or $9.89. Given that it's a REIT, it also has a nice yield of 4.86% currently. Next up, we have CIBC Bank, ticker CM. I just recently posted a video on them as they have announced that they acquired the Canadian Costco credit card business. I currently have 5 shares, valued at $730, which makes me up 33.45% or $182.99. Just like all the other banks, they also have a nice starting yield, currently just above the 4% mark. We then have Canadian Natural Resources, ticker CNQ, which is oil and energy company. I currently hold 11 shares, valued at $477.62. My current performance is 41.14% or up $139.22. I was able to buy this company during the stock market crash of 2020, which has obviously impacted my performance quite a bit. They also have a nice starting yield just above the 4% mark. We then have Capital Power Corp, ticker CPX, which is another energy and utility company. I currently hold 11 shares, valued at $476.85. And I'm currently up 48.77% or $156.32. Again, another company I was able to purchase during the lows of 2020. They also have a very high starting yield of 4.7%. The next stock up is actually my only stock in this portfolio that is a non-dividend paying stock, and that is Converge Technology Solutions Corp, ticker CTS. And by the name, you can tell that this is again a small cap technology company. I currently hold 26 shares, valued at $334.10, which makes me up 229.49% or $232.70. Again, I won't get into this company too much as I want to focus on mostly dividend-paying companies. We then have Canadian Utilities, ticker CU, which is another utility company. I currently hold 8 shares, valued at $282.08. I'm actually currently down on this position, 3.81%, or $11.18. However, this company also has a nice starting yield of just under 5%. My next holding is Enbridge, ticker ENB, which is obviously a very popular dividend-paying stock. I currently have 7 shares, valued at $353.85, which makes me up just under 23%, or just over $66. And Enbridge, just like most energy companies, has a great starting yield of just over 6.5%. Next up, we have another REIT, which is First Capital Real Estate Investment Trust, ticker FCR.UN. I currently have 11 shares, valued at just under $200, and my all-time performance is 37.69%, or just under $54. And the current yield is just over 3%, which is rather low for most REITs. We then have Fortis, ticker FTS, another popular Canadian dividend stock. I currently hold 8 shares, valued at $458, and my performance is just under 3%, or just under $13. And their starting yield is 3.5%. My next holding is the only ETF I own in this portfolio, and this is a covered call ETF. I won't get into what this is and how it works in this video, but if you are interested to know how they work and how they can provide consistent high yields, please let me know in the comments below, and I can create another video on this topic. The ETF is Hamilton Enhanced Multi-Sector Covered Call ETF, ticker HDIV. I currently own 7 shares, valued at $117.25, and my current performance, I'm down 0.12%, or 14 cents. Next up, we have another REIT, which is the H&R Real Estate Investment Trust, ticker HR.UN. I currently hold 39 shares, valued at $633.36, and I'm currently up 42.32%, or just over $188. This REIT, just like most others, has a nice starting yield of just above the 4% mark. Next up, we have Keyera Corp, ticker KEY, which is another energy and oil company. I currently have 15 shares, valued at $459, and I'm currently up 17.35%, or just under $68. Similar to Enbridge, they also have a nice starting yield of just over 6.25%. We then have Manulife Financial, ticker MFC, which is actually one of my most recent favorite companies, as I believe they are currently heavily undervalued and they do have a nice starting yield. I currently have 38 shares, valued at $935, and I'm just up 12.3%, or just over $102, and they do have a current starting yield of over 4.5%. Next up, we have Maple Leaf Foods, ticker MFI. I purchased this company because not only are they a dividend-paying company, but they are also in the food industry, which my portfolio is lacking of. I currently have 4 shares, valued at $106.80, and I'm currently up just under 6%, or just under $6. Their starting yield is pretty low at just over 2.5%. We then have Nutrien, ticker NTR. I purchased this company, similar to Maple Leaf Foods, to get more diversification, as this is actually a dividend-paying fertilizer company. I currently hold 4 shares, valued at $314.56, and I'm actually currently up 55.57%, or just over $112. They also have a decent starting yield at just under 3%. Next up, we have Northwest Company, ticker NWC. I also purchased this company to get increased diversification, as this company is actually a grocery and retail company in northern Canada. I currently own 10 shares, valued at $348.60, and am currently up just over 24%, or just over $68. They also have a nice starting yield of just over 4%. We then have Power Corp of Canada, ticker POW. This is an investment company who actually is a majority shareholder of Wealthsimple. I currently own 9 shares, valued at $386.91, and I'm currently over 101%, or just under $195. They also have a nice starting yield of 4.16%. We then have Pembina Pipeline Corporation, ticker PPL, which again is another oil company. I currently hold 6 shares, valued at just over $234, and I'm currently up just over 11%, or just over $23. Again, just like most other energy and utility companies, they have a great starting yield of just under 6.5%. Next up is Restaurant Brands International, ticker QSR. This company is actually the owner of Popeyes, Burger King, and Tim Hortons. I currently hold 3 shares, valued at $242.28, and I'm actually currently down on this position 2.32%, or $5.75. They do have a decent starting yield of just over 3.25%. We then have Ryokan Real Estate Investment Trust, ticker REI.UN, which is probably one of Canada's most famous REITs. I currently have 45 shares, valued at $1,008, and I'm currently up just under 18.5%, or just over $157. Just like most REITs, they have a great starting yield of just under 5%. Next up is TransAlta Renewables Inc., ticker RNW, which is a renewable utility company specifically focused on renewable energy. I currently have 25 shares, valued at $509.75, and I'm currently up just over 25%, or just over $102. They also have a nice starting yield of over 4.5%. We then have Sienna Senior Living Inc., ticker SIA. I also purchased this company to increase my diversification, as this company owns privatized retirement homes. I currently own 41 shares, valued at $639.60, and I'm currently up almost 12.5%, or $60.65. They also have a great starting yield of just under 6%. We then have another REIT, which is the Smart Centers Real Estate Investment Trust, ticker SRU.UN. For those who don't know, smart centers are typically found in the plazas where the Walmart locations can be found. I currently own 25 shares, valued at $757.25, and I'm currently up just over 2.5%, or just under $20. Again, just like all the other REITs, they have a great starting yield of just over 6%. We then have Suncor Energy, ticker SU, which is another energy and oil company. I currently own 31 shares, valued at $722.92, and I'm currently down on my position of just under 2.5%, or $17.80. However, they do have a good starting yield of just under 4.5%. We then have TELUS, ticker T, which is another one of my recent favorite stocks. I currently have 36 shares, valued at $1,059.12, and I'm currently up just over 10%, or just over $97. TELUS also has a nice starting yield of 4.21%. Next up, we have Transcontinental Inc., ticker TCL.A. I also purchased this company for increased diversification, as this is a packaging and commercial printing company. I currently have 33 shares, valued at $805.20. And surprisingly, I'm actually currently up 63.79%, or $313.59. They also have a decent starting yield of 3.69%. And the last holding I have in this portfolio is True North Commercial Real Estate Investment Trust, ticker TNT.UN, which, obviously like the name, is another REIT. I currently have 27 shares, valued at just over $200, and I'm currently up 10.35%, or just under $19. This REIT, unlike the rest, has an even higher starting yield of just under 8%. And that is my total Wealthsimple trade portfolio. I hope you enjoyed this video, and maybe you got some ideas of other companies you can add to your portfolios. Feel free to share what dividend stocks are your favorites in the comments below, as I'm always looking for great companies to own.